Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Purdue versus Nebraska college football matchup on Saturday, September 28th, 2024. Of course, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year. It's College Football Saturday. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. Also got a link directly below this video in the description. Prices range from $15 all the way up to yearly packages, but you can always use the discount code PICK to take 15% off. We also have VIP style packages. These are our most expensive premium packages. They're all long-term, but if you have a big bankroll and you make big bets, text the number you see on the screen. But let's get to it. We've got Purdue hosting Nebraska. It is a Big Ten college football matchup. Purdue enters this game 1-2, getting shellacked their last two games, losing to Notre Dame at home and then losing on the road at Oregon State. Long road trip, long way to fly to take a beating the way that they did. And then meanwhile, Nebraska 3-1 on the season. The Huskers losing at home to Illinois in overtime in one of those weeknight games that we all get to watch, right? And that's the whole thing about, those weeknight games is that very limited amount of action there and a lot of eyes on it. So it certainly affects things, for that particular game, and certainly affects things going forward because a lot of people now have seen these teams and have formulated an opinion one way or another. Meanwhile, for us, we formulate our opinions the good old-fashioned way, just crunching the numbers the way that we do. And this Nebraska offense has certainly improved, but it's not to the level that a lot of people would have you believe. Real is a solid quarterback, completing 72.4% of his passes, but Rule puts him in situations, where he can complete a lot of passes. It doesn't mean that the passing yards numbers at 261.8 are like off the chart. It's 44th best in the nation. Now, the Purdue passing defense is actually near the top in a lot of statistical categories, except for completion percentage against, where they're 76th in the nation as quarterbacks complete over 61% of their passes. But the issue with Purdue is this is a sieve of a defense when it comes to defending the run. Now, Nebraska, not really a power running team like we associate them with, in the past. Remember the old Big 8 conference, and they used to run, some of you guys are probably too young to remember that. But the thing is that, Nebraska was always like a power football rushing type team. They aren't that way anymore. In fact, 140.5 yards per game is 91st ranked in the nation in rushing yards. But this Purdue defense, they can make a moderately to poor rushing attack look good. They are 131st in the nation out of 132 teams in rushing yards per game against, 269 yards per game. Now, they defend the pass really well, which is what Nebraska preferred form of attack, but they can't defend the run at all. But the Nebraska defense up front is solid as a rock. They have NFL defensive line there, and overall, yards per game, 30th ranked in the nation. The pass defense is not so hot, but the thing is the passing attack of Purdue has been absolutely horrible. Card has been, way below expectations. 63.2% completion percentage. And while Nebraska allows quarterbacks to complete about 60.8% of their passes, they're not for big yards. So Purdue, their completion yards per completion is relatively low, 102nd ranked in the nation, while Nebraska just 31st in the nation in completion yards against. So basically, Purdue, a bad run defense, a good pass defense, a lousy running offense, though they do run for 6.4 yards per carry. The problem that you have to remember here is that they're behind a lot in these games, so teams are playing the pass against them and kind of conceding the run and saying, do whatever you want underneath because you're not going to be able to catch us because we're so far out ahead. And I think that skews a little bit of these numbers, but Purdue is just a bad team. While I don't like laying double digits on the road in a conference game, especially with a team that's really been snake bit a couple times in Purdue, it's probably not going to last forever, but I think it's probably going to last at least another week. I'm going to take Nebraska in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.